Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is an awesome game. I sure wouldn't want to be the video game that follows that. Dream Team is an awesome game too, but it took the whole tutorial thing that was already pretty disliked in Bowser's Inside Story and decided to make like twice as many of them. I know I definitely have more experience with these games than the average consumer, but man, even when they give you the option to say no to tutorials, they will still give you a slightly abridged tutorial. It is very excessive. All of the mechanics they introduce are really fun, intuitive, and well fleshed out, so it just ends up feeling tedious and almost insecure, like they're trying too hard to convince you that their game mechanics are good when they are actually good, so you could just like show us instead of telling us. It would work. One thing Dream Team really gets right is its combat and especially its bosses. It helps that the boss song is like top 10 songs ever in a video game, but the variety of combat styles helps a lot too. You fight bosses with Mario and Luigi like you've always done in the series, but you do some fights as just Mario in the dream world, and you even fight some big guys as Giant Luigi. This game is already considered one of the most difficult in the series, but after you complete your save file for the first time, you have the option to create a new save file in hard mode. The game's own description says, "This mode is intense. Seriously, the enemies are tougher and you can't start over when you lose in battle. Plus, you can only carry up to 10 of each item." When it says the enemies are tougher, they are not kidding. They deal multiple times more damage than normal mode, and it seems like they have increased speed and defense as well. If you neglect to keep your gear and levels up to date, bosses and even regular enemies will one-shot you. As funny as it is to see regular enemies trip me in the overworld and then one-shot me with an unavoidable attack, once you've seen it for the first time, you've seen it every time. We're gonna focus mainly on the bosses for this video. Since this is Mario and Luigi and not just any old JRPG, you're able to get good and dodge attacks instead of just grinding more levels, so this makes each boss fight a unique test of mastering their attack patterns, perfecting your own bros attacks, and most importantly, you get to listen to this song for longer amounts of time. As for giant battles, well, we'll address those when we get there. The first boss, Smoldergeist, is mostly a tutorial like the rest of the beginning of the game, but it already sets up just how important dodging is. Crazy, I know. Their damage isn't crazy if you mess up, but dodging their attacks is the only way to deactivate their flames after Starlo blows them at the beginning of the fight. While I clean these guys up, I might as well share a niche but insane piece of knowledge that I learned after day 1. Notice how my 3DS audio kinda sounds fucking terrible? Apparently, you need to go into the settings and change your audio from surround to stereo, otherwise it will sound like this through a capture card. Hopefully this knowledge helps out tens of people. Defeating Smoldergeist unlocks this stone pillow, and somehow this thing is comfortable enough for Luigi to hit a big old nap time. This opens a portal into the dream world where Peach is sucked in and kidnapped by Antasma. After being chased for a bit, Antasma decides to fight back with a stinky purple aura clone of Mario. I've always thought of this as a tutorial for dream world bosses, but in hard mode, things already get real. Getting hit a single time deals 24 damage, making this boss two-shot us at any given moment. On top of that, his defense is increased so much that I only deal 6 per turn with a jump and a Dreamy Luigi hit. This makes the second overall boss in the game an absolute marathon with very little room for error. This is exactly what I wanted. Each turn, he clones himself and shuffles around, so you have to keep track of the real one during all of this. My favorite part is when they rush you one at a time and you need to jump on the real one to counter. Jumping on any fake ones will cause them to launch at you, requiring an additional dodge. This boss also has the first 3D chase attack, which becomes a theme for every future boss fight. This one isn't too hard to dodge, but some of them get bad. After nearly 10 minutes of fighting, I finally laid fake Mario to rest. Antasma escapes further into the dream world, and without any lead on where he's going, we apparently need to go find Eldream in Mushrise Park to tell us. Bringle, this block guy who's kind of a hard ass, has Eldream's petrified pillow, but he doesn't want to give it to us because he doesn't want to. That's pretty much his reason. After a little adventure through the park, we catch up with Bringle, he gets caught in this fountain, and then we need to fill his butt with 500 psi of water pressure to free him. The debris from the fountain bonks Brickle's gardening robot on the head, causing it to get real mad. This robot is very cleverly named Grobot, and it mainly attacks with bubbles. Big bubble equals don't do anything, small bubble equals jump. We also have our first bros attacks now, the 3D pretty red and green shells, but their DPS isn't exactly anything to write home about. This fight starts to highlight another thing I really like about hard mode. Counterattacks are insanely valuable. Getting additional damage when it's not even your turn is always good, but counterattacks can do a ton of damage in hard mode. Some of them are fixed damage, like when Grobot hits his robot nuts on this rock after you dodge the 3D chase, and others are based on your stats, like this hammer counter when he rushes at you. 12 and 3 damage don't seem like much, but keep in mind our bros attacks do like 20 and our normal jumps still do 6 against this guy. Ultimately, this one has very easy patterns and I remembered them from playing this game as a kid, so I beat it without taking any damage. The search for Eldream continues into the dream world and it wasn't too eventful aside from the first death of the run. I didn't realize the stakes! That's the first death of the playthrough. I wasn't ready for that. My guard was so down. But it's gonna stay at 1 for like the whole playthrough. Death count, there you go. After finding Eldream, he directs us into Dreams Deep, which is genuinely a really cool area. The weird Luigis floating around and following you are eerie in a kind of warm and fuzzy way, if that makes sense. This is the point in the game where Bowser remembers he's supposed to be in the game too, so he hops into the dream world and somehow just skips everything else and meets us here. He and Antasma team up, and all of a sudden we're in a 1v1 against Bowser since it's in the dream world. Now, funny thing, when I first started streaming this playthrough, I was worried that the hard mode was going to be underwhelming. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Mario game that's made for kids and adults to be able to enjoy, but let's just say any doubts I had about difficulty were put to rest by this first Bowser encounter. This guy fucks. During my first attempt of the fight, I had the Pow Scarf equipped, which increases my damage by 20%, which sounds pretty excellent, all things considered, but until you level up a bunch more times, you don't have any extra equipment slots. This means I had to equip it in place of armor, so Bowser was able to one-shot me with pretty much any of his attacks. On the second attempt, I wore actual armor, which enabled me to just barely survive even his strongest attack. Even then, I could only survive this attack if I didn't hit a single flame. Believe it or not, if you walk too much side to side, it slows you down just enough for Bowser to catch up with you. If I walked into a flame, it would almost certainly push me far back enough that he would hit me, and at that point it would definitely kill me even if I was wearing armor. Luiginary Ball is fortunately a goated special move, so with actual defense, I was able to scrape by Bowser on the second attempt. Even though we beat him, Bowser technically defeats us in the story, and he heads off to Dozing Sands to find the Dreamstone, a glowy rock that has the power to do literally anything. Before we can find the Dreamstone, we're gonna have to get a blue-collar job. Smashing a bunch of rocks and unlocking a bunch of pillow guys eventually opens the way to the Dreamstone's resting place. Before we can make it there though, we have to deal with Torque-Screw. Continuing with the theme of the previous boss, this guy also fucks. His most difficult attack to dodge is this one where he charges towards you and digs under the sand. You have to anticipate when he's gonna pop back up, and it varies each time he uses the attack. It's genuinely pretty tricky. Timing it really well avoids all effects, and if you time it slightly too early, you'll get caught on his spike and have to do an additional counter. This one is way easier, but it is still another chance to take damage. Counterattack damage matters even more this time since Torque-Screw's defense is insane. One of his attacks will have him shuffle Mario to the background and then repeatedly drill towards him, and with decent timing you can jump on him several times. During this, you still have to dodge stuff with Luigi in the foreground, and this is also kind of tricky to react to until you get more used to it. Oh yeah, did I mention that pretty much all of his attacks one-shot me? Because pretty much all of his attacks one-shot me. Luigi can tank like one hit from the foreground enemies during that one attack, but other than that, getting hit will instantly knock me out. I have a few one-up mushrooms to play with, but the 10 max item limit does a really good job of discouraging item spam. He did manage to take a life off me, but I beat him on the second try after locking in. Apparently Bowser already took off with the Dreamstone, but have no fear, the Dreamstone has a spirit that's present in the same spot but in the dream world. Like Bringle and the construction lady that I barely even showed, he's a hard ass. Everybody in this game takes great pleasure in being selfish, it's kinda hilarious. After harassing the spirit enough, he gets mad and makes a giant construction robot that we have absolutely no hope of beating until Starlo presses the big L on Luigi's hat and turns Luigi Luigi into Big Luigi. Dream Team took the giant battles from Bowser's Inside Story and shoehorned even more handheld console features into the fights. These make extensive use of motion controls, gyro controls, and touchscreen controls rather than any of the system's buttons. Oh, and if you've never played this game before, yes, you are intended to rotate your 3DS 90 degrees counterclockwise during these giant battles. It's very goofy, but it's kind of cool. Robo Drill Digger, in true Dream Team fashion, is just as much tutorial as he is boss fight. We still get a taste of what's to come. Giant battles in hard mode are nuts. Bosses deal more damage and have more difficult attack patterns while your stats are completely fixed. It doesn't matter what level you are, what gear you have equipped, or anything. You have predetermined stats for each fight and can't grind to make the fights any easier. The tutorial for the Rhythm Mushroom healing move is really funny because in this fight, it actually lets you repeat it as many times as you want so you can heal back to full. This bit of leeway makes this fight a non-issue, but I assure you that some of the later giant battles are up there with the hardest in this run. There's quite a bit of video game between the last boss and this one, but I'll just give you the broad strokes. Bowser and Antasma head up to the top of Mount Pajamaha, but apparently we don't know how to climb a mountain anymore, so we gotta head to Wakeport to find a tour guide to help us climb the mountain. Little Massive is supposed to lead the tour with his Mario-coded brother Big Massive, but Big Massive is MIA. We eventually track him down and he's just sleeping in this corner, and apparently he's having such a good dream that he doesn't want to wake up. Essentially, we need to fight him to shock him awake, but first we have to defeat all 4 of his disciples. Each of these hoorahs has a different battle gimmick that sets them apart from other bosses in the game. Sorrow Fist seemed like he had the easiest gimmick for me to deal with while being underleveled in hard mode, so I started there. You can only damage him with excellent hits. Failing any action command will cause the boss to be fully healed, sending you back to square one. Fortunately, this isn't that hard. The only attack in our arsenal that I would say is difficult to consistently get an excellent on is Luiginary Stack. Luiginary Stack's difficulty ended up incurring hours of extra playtime in this run, but that's a bit later in the game, so we're just gonna brush that aside for now. So I ended up just settling on these weaker attacks and dealing more damage with counterattacks. His health isn't that high, so ultimately this didn't end up being that hard. Next, I decided to challenge Thunder Sass, whose gimmick is that you can only counterattack him. During battle, you're only given the items block and the option to press R and skip your turn. This means we are allowed to heal if we mess up, although he does still two-shot us, so the best strategy is to simply be better at the game than he is. That wasn't so bad. The next one, however, Heavy Zest's gimmick is that you must defeat him in 3 turns, but not only do you have to defeat the boss itself, you also need to make sure that not a single one of his minions is left standing. In hard mode, this is very strict, especially if you happen to be underleveled like I was for the entire playthrough. Without going back and grinding more levels, I was basically hoping for good RNG to grant me lucky hits. Lucky hits are this series' version of crits, and its chance to happen is based on your stash stat. On top of needing some good lucky hits, I needed to hit some counterattack damage, otherwise I still wasn't going to be able to get through his 282 HP. Killing all of the minions isn't as bad as it sounds, as long as I use a Luiginary Ball on the 3rd turn, but the damage that this attack does on the boss himself is a little bit lower, so this is another downside. I'll skip all of the me beating my head against a wall stuff and just show you the winning attempt. Please just grind levels? No. At this point, I'm too committed. I've spent too much time underleveled that I don't want to grind levels anymore. Okay, good stack. I got a lucky on that. It did 86. What's our total? 118. Huge. That's almost half of his health. This could be the run. Good. He's gonna do a second attack here though, I think. Did I lucky him again, or was that only one of the boys? I think it was only one of the boys. 112. I think we might do it. Shit. Counter him. No. I might have thrown by not hitting that counter. I might have just thrown. Let's see. Okay, hit everything.
Thomas said,
this might be a win.
3 pixel Bringle. He looks like a burger.
Yes! I did it, and I look like a burger. Let's go. And finally, I saved Beef Cloud for last because he's also a DPS check, kind of like Heavy Zest, but in a different way. According to this little announcer guy, the fight has no gimmicks, but that's because Beef Cloud himself is the gimmick. He won't attack you at all, but instead he'll just sleep and heal himself repeatedly. You need to hit him hard, and this will cause him to wake up for a bit, letting you easily take him down even in hard mode. I thought this was going to be a stricter DPS check than Heavy Zest, but this one ended up being completely free. After dealing with all these small guys, it's time to deal with one big guy. Big Massive is often considered a huge difficulty spike in this game, and it's easy to see why. His attacks are fast and strong, he has a lot of health, and since you're in the dream world, you don't have the leeway to use 1-ups to revive yourself. Fortunately, he only has one unique attack, his 3D chase. The rest of his attacks are all slightly amped up versions of the Hoorah's attacks, but this 3D chase can be a bit hard to dodge. Thankfully, it didn't quite one-shot me, so as long as I dodged the next couple attacks, I could heal up and keep going. I didn't struggle with this one much since I had just spent the last hour and a half practicing dodging all of these attacks, but it's still a solid and really fun fight. Mount Pajamaha is probably the longest section in the game between the real and dream world segments, and the bosses are spread surprisingly thin. The next boss, after ascending the mountain with our good friends the Massive Bros, is this big stone mammoth thing. It's called Mamoshka, and a lot of people in chat warned me that this fight might be pretty hard. The thing is, compared to other bosses, it actually has a weakness. It receives critical damage from jump attacks, and it just so happens that both of my new strongest bros attacks are counted as jumps. My damage output is actually really good for the first time in this playthrough, so it's only a matter of surviving the mammoth's attacks. My loadout is still a complete glass cannon setup, so I can only assume his attacks would have one-shot me. I didn't get hit a single time. I nailed every dodge, and with my insane damage output, he went down in like 4 minutes. This was the shortest boss fight so far, besides maybe a couple of those Hoorah guys. Not bad. As I alluded to earlier, the next leg of the journey takes us into dreamy Mount Pajamaha. Bowser plays the song of instant tiredness and sleepiness and gathers dream energy from everyone on the island, and that forces Mario to hide in the dream world for some reason. Like, the idea is to stay safe from Bowser, but they just leave Luigi in the real world anyways. Like, couldn't Mario and Luigi just nap here together and sleep it off? The rest of the island seems to wake up just fine after a bit. I don't know. Anyways, Luigi starts sleeping so damn good that the dream portal disappears. Mario and Dreamy Luigi need to find something to shock real Luigi awake, and that leads us into our next boss and the second giant one at that, Mount Pajamaha. I honestly think it's pretty cool to fight the level that you just played itself, and these fights are genuinely pretty enjoyable despite being, and let's call them what they are, 3DS tech demos. The timings are decently forgiving in this one, and the boss gets worn down by counter damage pretty fast. You actually have some freedom to waste a turn for healing in this one with the Rhythm Mushroom special move, but I didn't end up needing it. These first two giant battles really lean towards the tutorial side of things, but the next three were all contenders for the top 5 hardest bosses in this challenge. Seriously, it gets that bad. The middle of this game is apparently very light on bosses because the next one was nearly 3 hours later, and keep in mind, I've played this game multiple times before. I knew exactly what I was doing. During this leg of the journey, we meet Brock Madam and gain access to the Luiginary attack minigame Gauntlet. There's extended minigame versions of most of the Luiginary attacks in the game, and you're able to grind high scores and earn rewards from them. This sounds a lot like optional content, so why exactly am I bringing this up when I've literally been skipping every other piece of optional content up to this point? Well, if you've been around any of my streams before, you know my chat. They wanted me to try some of these minigames just for fun, and after getting the max score on Luiginary Ball, I was hooked. I needed to max out the rest of them. The problem is that the Luiginary Stack minigame is at least 15 times harder than all the other ones. Seriously, I'll just show you. Give me more points. This attack sucks ass. That didn't give me a point. I landed it so well. 30 bonus? Oh, that's a lot of points. 71, not bad. Oh, my streak. Yeah, you finish this substantially faster if you just, like, don't suck ass. Because you can get a lot of bonus points from the combos. Survival does seem the most important here. Oh, wow. That was shit. I still don't think that... Dude, why am I... Is he just moving faster? I think it's just, yeah, my movement speed is way up between this cycle and the last one. Holy fuck. What a terrible cycle. That doesn't give any points for a bonus. Oh, I got the Mario bonus there, though. Okay, that cycle was terrible, but as long as you don't die, you're okay. Dude, why am I so bad now? Stack is so difficult. 20 bonus. Dude, I can't get any of the combos. No! I hate this game. The controls for making the stack are very finicky, and the hazards that spawn are very precise to jump over if your stack is anything less than perfect. It's really fun, but really hard. I knew I needed to beat this before the playthrough was over, but I also wanted to keep making progress in the story, so I left it behind for now. We will be back. After a couple first try bosses, let's just say the Elite Trio once again delivered on the whole hard mode thing. These guys have a really cool gimmick. They can only be defeated if you take all 3 of them out at once. If you knock out just 1 or 2 of them, they'll revive the other with 1 HP. This can prolong the fight a bit, but the bigger problem is simply how many attacks they can use. As the fight goes on, they'll attack more times per turn, and some of these are really unforgiving. This Goomba charge attack in particular had some really frustrating hitbox shenanigans that could lead to me losing most or even all of my health. This fight really highlights how unforgiving taking damage is in Dream World fights. With only 1 action per turn instead of 2, healing means you're missing an entire turn's worth of damage, and if you mess up on dodging again during that, you're gonna have to heal yet again. Fortunately, the rest of their attacks aren't too bad. The Sergeant Guy clone attack is neat but not very difficult. The Paraplonk shell attack is easy to time a jump on and rewards you with solid counter damage. And the Bonsai Bill is a really lenient A-mash in exchange for more huge counter damage. Their 3D chase attack is relatively forgiving. If you stomp on Private Goomp, then he'll also take damage from the bomb, but if not, you'll still damage the other 2. If you get hit by a Goomba, you'll trip and the bomb will one-shot you, so that's fun. It took me 5 attempts to beat this fight due to my non-existent defense, and 3 out of 4 deaths were because of the Goomba charge. After quote-unquote winning this fight, it's revealed to us that Bowser has already kidnapped Princess Peach and we were too late. So that leaves us to figure out what the hell to do next. The next leg of Dream Team definitely gets a lot of flack for being a padded fetch quest, and that's because it is. The Ulti Bed quest requires you to collect 5 mythical pieces of a magical bed, which boils down to backtracking through each of the previous areas we've already explored. There's one in Mushrise Park, Dozing Sands, Mount Pajamaha, Driftwood Shore, and one in Pillow Castle. This magical bed is the key to finding the legendary Z-Keeper in the Dream World. All other beds are simply inadequate. Since we just got this Z-Keeper info dump in Pillow Castle, that's where we're gonna start. This one requires us to enter the Battle Arena, a post-game-ish challenge where you refight stronger versions of previous bosses. The later ones are intended to be fought at endgame levels, but we only need to fight the first one, Grobot X. There's really not a lot to say about this guy. He has the same attacks as the normal form but faster, and he's red instead of blue to symbolize that he's even more fucking pissed. It's not a terribly hard challenge, so we'll just skip to the part where he dies. The Mount Pajamaha quest must be done before getting any of the other Ultibed parts, so we'll head there where we can hang out with Big and Little Massive again. There's no way that they'll ever be balling. This ball move is the load-bearing ability needed to access the other late-game dungeons. It's just a higher jump, and it lets us get up higher ledges that we couldn't earlier. Call that game design or something. The Mushrise Park and Dozing Sands quests aren't too eventful except for the introduction of the Gold Beanie. This guy is a reference to Superstar Saga, where he's also a rare enemy that gives a lot of XP, but in Dream Team, he's really strong. Oh, he trips! And he one-shots me! Who could have seen that coming? Oh yeah, we get to try it over and over. We're good. Okay. And now we do the Luiginary Hammer. And I'm gonna click this golden cookie. There might be a term limit, or a term limit. There might be a turn limit on this fight. Hopefully I can kill it. 64? That's it? Oh my god. Dude, my timing sucks! Oh my god. I'm just gonna attack him again anyway. Healing is not worth it because he just needs to die. It's worth grinding for the 4,000 XP and just to say that I killed him. He's basically a mini boss. I might want to use the stack here instead of the hammer. 55 damage. 55 big ones. Okay, this death count might go up. Actually, no, this is gonna be the only other time I die to this guy. Gold beanies have 517 HP. Awesome. The counter damage is very important then. Okay, good counter. Let's see if the stack does more. 18? 39. It's so terrible. Okay, no, the hammer is by far the best option. I can't make a mistake on that or I die. He did so many cycles that time. I'll try flame, but it probably does less. But maybe it does more. I'm assuming it does less because it's meant as more of a multi-target. But maybe he's weak to it or something. It does 0. He's immune to fire. Someone said that in chat as I was doing the move, and they were correct. Okay, here's the chase attack. So we just want to try to jump on the golden one, I think. Oh, I missed it. Are you fucking kidding me? If I don't jump on this guy, he just one-shots me also. It's okay. I know everything now. I know everything there is to know about this guy. He dies now. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro's tripping. He's getting so fast. Oh, shit. That's like bad, right? So does he run away because I didn't counter him? Oh, that's lame as fuck. Hold on, we're gonna reset the game. Does that count as a death? No, that doesn't count as a death. That's not a death. I reloaded the game, I didn't die. I could have kept playing the game just fine if I didn't reload it. God damn it. Dude, jump on his fucking head, man. There, get jumped on, you stupid little piece of shit. How did that miss him? What? He was in the last beanie, actually just trolling. How do these things not count as jumps? How? Oh, I wasn't even lined up with him. He went for another charge there. I wasn't ready for that. That's the most charges he's done. That was not possible. No. Okay, early jump. We lived. That was cracked right there. That was like perfect. I think I win. I think we won. If the people tracking his health in chat are correct, I think this is a victory. Are we good? Did we finally? Yeah! Fuck this guy, man. And now we save the game. He is canonically dead and killed, although they can spawn again. And if we find another one, we'll kill it. After finally dealing with that guy, I headed to Driftwood Shore for the final bed piece. I tried the Luiginary stack minigame again, but I only got just over 500 points. Now, as far as all of the quests for the parts of the ulti bed go, I would say that the Driftwood Shore one is the worst offender in terms of padding. First, you need to go to this cave in the corner of the beach, then go ask Brock Madam about it, then return to the cave and go inside to get the jellyfish sheets. But all of a sudden,
Why are you blue?
These fly guys steal the sheets and escape into the sky with them. This fucking geriatric hermit crab saw where they went but won't tell us unless we play his silly little minigame. He failed to account for the fact that I am very good at silly little minigames. He was also bluffing and didn't actually see them, but he did overhear that they're at the airport, and thankfully, he's right. After some shenanigans, we steal the sheets back and then we fight these guys. Wait, isn't this just a normal battle? You can literally fight Fly Guy R's in the Mushrise Park section that we were just in. For some reason, the game has the boss intro effect and the boss music, so I guess they're bosses? They really aren't that strong because they're regular enemies, and also Bomb Derby is the most cracked fucking bros attack at this point in the game, so they only last a few turns. You would think that having all the core components of a bed would allow us to, you know, have a bed, but a bed this special must be assembled by the finest bedsmith. So we need to find Bedsmith. That's the name of the character. The game pretty strongly railroads us to Wakeport, but before we can access the pillow collector's house, we have to deal with a certain returning character first. If you've played Superstar Saga but not Dream Team, it might please you to know that Popple is in this game. He actually appears a couple times before this, but this time he pisses off Wiggly the Wiggler and we have to work together to fend him off. This is genuinely handled in such a fun way. Popple attempts to help you but is a nuisance every time. He'll try to 1v1 Wiggler IRL and this triggers an extra attack phase. He'll hide behind you when Wiggler attacks and this will add a huge delay to your jumps, making it harder to dodge. And best of all, he'll say funny little quips while doing it. Popple doesn't get enough appreciation. I love this stupid little guy. Wiggler himself actually plays out much simpler than other Wiggler fights in the series. There's no segment targeting or anything like in Bowser's Inside Story. Wiggler is just a single target, and honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. At this point in the game, we get another pretty cracked bros attack, Sling Sniper. It can be kind of finicky since it uses 3DS gyro aiming, but if you can hit the star on your enemy, you'll deal huge damage. Between that and Bomb Derby, I absolutely shredded this guy, but then Popple hops in the driver's seat. Say what gives? Vanished. Poof. Just gotta deal with you mugs and the treasure's mine. And he's like kind of dinky. I guess I'll Fire Flower him out of BP. I actually might need to heal BP for this. $211? Once I got my eye on something that's mine, stop resisting, will ya? Thanks for the coin. No! All right, Sling Sniper might just troll him. 289 lucky. Thanks for the coin. Sure. Oh my god, he's gonna kill Mario. Popple's cracked. I can't hit soccer balls, I'm so bad. It's okay, we're not dying. I'm gonna summon a golden cookie with my magic. Is Popple a Tumblr sexy man? Nah, he's kind of ugly. But I like him for that. After making it to the pillow collector's house, we find that he does in fact have the petrified stone pillow version of Bedsmith. So that means more Dream World stuff. And that also means it's time for our next giant battle. This guy is called Earthwake, and he is a bunch of buildings. This fight is inspired by the Tower of Yik fight from Bowser's Inside Story in a lot of ways, but this fight is actually really hard in hard mode. The increased damage you take in hard mode becomes super noticeable by the time you make it to this fight. And like I mentioned earlier, no amount of experience grinding will have any effect on your stats in this fight, so all you can do is get good. Red I duck, green I jump. I forgot you had to duck also. Boom, not washed. We blocked it all. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, that's a good counter. Okay, he's doing this thing. So I want to kill the yellow ones. People say he heals himself with the yellow ones. And so it's you duck on red and jump over green. Okay, now that I know what to do, that's a lot simpler. Get in the water, bitch. Okay, so let me just spam as hard as I can. God, that was still so bad. I think I need to like flip the screen upside down. I think I can do it twice as fast the other direction. See, it's kind of unfair, but like it's how it's designed that like they get opportunities to attack you more often than you get to attack them. Oh, wait. I accidentally, oh my God, I fucked up 2 times and lost half my health. You can just like barely make mistakes in this. Man, Zkeeper is gonna be crazy if this fight is like this. Okay, I know he has a hammer attack. I hit up. I'm hitting the thing. He delays it! He delays the timing to fuck with you. You have to wait for the sparkle. You have to time it with the sparkle. Okay, jump over green, duck under red. Good. Let's not suck ass at this time. I ducked! I ducked! He trolled me again, and it does a lot! I shouldn't have fallen for that. I knew he was gonna do it, and I still suck. Should I heal? Or should I keep fighting him? Okay. That's a pretty good heal. The thing is, most of my damage comes from counterattacks anyway, so... How do you dodge this attack again? Okay, ram into him. Does that put him in the water? Really? I forgot to flip the 3DS. What a waste. Oh, no. Dude. I knew he was gonna do it, and I still was trying to anticipate it too hard. You need to react, not anticipate. Do I die because I'm in the water? Pick the right time to jump out of there safely. Okay, I don't die. I take damage from that? I didn't even realize that. Wait, no, this attack I can do. Okay. Mario's back. We're healing. We're healing. We're healing. Okay, a little bit above half. It's still not that much, but it might be enough. I just need to not fuck up. Dude! Yes, I blocked it. I finally successfully blocked the big hit. Didn't fall for the troll. He's in the water. I think I win. Yep, we're good. Once again, thank God I'm on the new 3DS because I can like track this guy. Easy. Okay, time to see how many steps it will let me undo what I've done to this layout. After saving Bedsmith, it's revealed that his entire personality is making beds and being gay for Dreambert. That isn't me like headcanoning or anything. He repeatedly tells Dreambert that he wants to nap on him, and it makes Dreambert tangibly uncomfortable. So anyways, we go to his bed workshop in the woods where he workshops up the bed, and then we need to get into the Pillow Temple since that's apparently the only spot we can use this magical bed to find the Zkeeper. Getting into the temple is a task on its own, requiring you to rescue a bunch of pillow elder guys that have silly building blocks with train tracks on them. This is the ancient sacred temple's security system. Okay, well that and the Pillowdeum. Chat and I remembered this guy being pretty difficult, so how does he hold up? The answer is pretty damn well. He has wings that you can attack to weaken him, little minions that heal him and act as ammo for his attacks, and his damage output is really high. This fight really made me a believer in hard mode having stricter input windows than normal mode, because this attack where he turns turns into a hammer is so precise, and missing it is instant death for that bro. Since this is a real world battle, we have the leeway to revive each other, and this equip I have for Luigi that makes him automatically use a 1-up whenever the other bro falls makes it even more overpowered. Seriously, this item alone makes battles in the real world much easier than in the dream world. However, for this battle, I decided to finally give the time stop badge combo a chance. I didn't really explain the badge system because I wasn't doing anything with it other than healing occasionally, but this particular combination of badges allows you to store up a time stop effect. You can store up to 2 of them at a time, and they each give you 3 free turns to attack your enemy without them attacking back. It is seriously broken. I cannot believe that this works against bosses. Combining that with my ability to actually deal damage with the insanely strong Sling Sniper and Jetboard Bash Bros attacks, I knocked this guy into his self-destruct phase very quickly on the 3rd attempt. Once he gets low on health, he'll stop attacking and start counting down. It's generally very easy to kill him during this phase, but if he manages to explode, you take a huge amount of damage. It's apparently totally possible to survive this, but you'd have to be a ridiculous level to survive it in hard mode. I used Sling Sniper one more time and then he died. That time stop badge thing was definitely a little cheap, so I decided to not use it on any of the remaining boss fights, which I mostly stuck to. Finally, after defeating the big stupid security robot, Luigi is able to do his biggest sleep of the game yet and open the way into the dream world that the Z-Keeper is hiding in. This area is honestly pretty fun and has a lot of maze elements and these stupid looking birds that give surprisingly good XP. A dreamy version of Bedsmith appears to be gay for Dreambert more, and eventually Mario and Luigi make it up the giant tree. At the top is this big egg which contains the resting Z-Keeper. He's apparently even bigger than the statues depicted him, and yup, he's pissed. This ends up being our 4th giant battle, and this fight is notoriously difficult for all the wrong reasons. The second phase has some gyro control dodging that does not work well. I'd love to defend these controls, but they suck. Rather than tell you how bad they are, let me just show you how bad they are. Also, feel free to just soak in the first phase before the bullshit starts, because honestly, this fight is pretty epic for a Mario game.
Okay, this fight is sick, at least. Like, the set piece here is pretty awesome. Okay, yep, that's how you jump. Okay, what do I do here? That. I do that. Keep throwing? Oh, don't worry, game. I can do just that. Yeah! Keep the bird down. 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 Yeah, I get trolled. Yeah. I should probably attack him, but I kind of want to heal. I think you just need to not make mistakes. I think I just need to kill him. I think he's weak to dying. You get like no attack opportunities in this fight. You just need to not fucking suck. Oh my god, I suck. Keep at it. Attack. Man, Dreambert really wants to see us beat this guy up. You get 2 turns? Oh, I could have healed and then jumped. It's okay. That means we can heal next time. Neither have I unveiled my true strength. Oh my god, he's already doing this shit. Okay, this is where we're gonna have to do the gyro stuff. People say this is really bad. It might not be that bad on new 3DS, but we'll see. Okay, get ready. The way Luigi's split looks really funny. I have pretty good control over him. So we go all the way left. Let those pass. Go all the way right, Luigi, you fuck. Okay, it sucks. Punch it. Punch it. Tilt up right. Tilt down right. Dude, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh my god, it sucks so bad. I'm tilting the right direction and shit's just not happening. This is, oh no. So it's pretty responsive. We do small movements. Okay, small movement seems good. I think that's all we need. Like, I think you need to think of it like a joystick rather than a gyro. It's just a joystick controlled by gyro. Oh, damn it. It's still hard, though. I think the timing is also just tight because hard mode. Okay. Get those little counter damages. This phase ends soon, but it happens like at least 2 more times, I think. But hey, we survived it with only 1 hit. Not bad for our second attempt. This feels doable after just learning that you have to do little tiny baby movements. He's pooping! Oh, come on. Okay. Fine. Decent counter damage. Get down. Get down. Okay, good drill stomp. Excellent. Now he's at like a 3rd. So I think I only need to survive 1 more phase in the dimension. The thing is, I can still die to like any individual attack he has if I mess up too bad. So we're not in the clear yet. Let's do it again. I think so. Oh, I started tilting too much. Oh my God, I tilted too much. That's really bad. Just live. I'm gonna do that, I think. No! The tilt controls are still bad. Even when you know how it works, they're still bad. Fuck, man. Okay, so someone said, like, if I home menu right here, that it, like, resets the gyro. Is that true? Okay. Might have to set it on a table after home menuing, not sure. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I just thought he did the same, like, pattern twice in a row and thought that was weird, and it was weird. It's because I was, like, entirely blocking one of them with Luigi. Oh, I gotta put the 3DS on screen, so I'm not chunking it. It's time for the dimension again. I'm gonna try the home menu buffer again. Twice you forced me to Terra Dimensional Rift. Okay. So we'll do that. Some people say you set it on a table. I'll set it down and then pick it back up. I don't know if that does anything or not. This is some superstition, but I'm down. Okay. Oh, come on. That counted as a hit. Are you for real? What? Go down, Luigi. How does that count as a hit? I'm moving so quick. That's as fast as he can move. That counts as a hit. I'm getting scammed. Come on. No, I jumped. God damn it. I was gonna win if I survived that round. Hold B and Y in home screen for gyro reset. Is that real? You will gift 50 if it doesn't work. So I hold Y and B and home while on the home menu. 50 gifted, that's a big claim. You can't just throw that around willy-nilly. Okay. So we hold... It's real! Place the system on a flat, stable surface, then tap OK. Flat, stable. Calibrated. So now, are we just absolutely locked in? Guys, I can't move down. Oh, I moved down. It sucks still. It still sucks. It didn't fix it. It still sucks. That was luck. I still need to be very gentle with it, yeah. I'm stuck in the top right corner right now when I returned to default. Okay. I'm not being gentle enough. Fucking whatever, man. I swear it's worse now. Okay. If I can get a rhythm mushroom, I'll take it, man. Good. Okay, hold on. Let's calibrate our shit again. Hold on. I'm gonna revert to default settings and then calibrate. I think the boss fight may just be shit, unfortunately. Yeah. Tiny movements up right. Tiny movements down right. Tiny movements down left. Good. Let's go camp bottom right. Go up right. Slap him. Top. Bottom. Top. I did say right when I went left, you're right. But hey, as long as I did the right thing, it's fine. Okay, top left. Bottom right. Bottom left. Good. Are we out of this dimension now? We're out of the dimension. I don't think we can do enough damage to get to finishing bros here, but if we can, then we win. Good. Got an excellent. Oh, dude, we're good. We get 2 attacks. Hey, we still need to hit finishing bros, though. Don't forget, we still have to finish him. All right, it's finishing time. Hold on, I feel like in true Zkeeper fashion, we need to calibrate one more time, you know? Okay, now we're ready. Okay, we can never mess this up. There's no way that we could. What do you mean, okay?
The next thing we're supposed to do is meet up with the Zkeeper outside Neo Bowser Castle so we can shoot it down from the sky and break its barrier. But first, I finally committed. I was going to get 999 points in Luiginary stack before we continued the story.
We're gonna do the stack minigame, and as soon as we get 999 points, the stream will end. We see it right here. 999 on everything except Luiginary stack. My PB is 918. So I literally just need to survive one more cycle than what my PB is.
Bringle's therapist, bomb emoji, bomb emoji, bomb emoji.
The game has the opportunity to do the funniest possible thing alongside the super chat right now. Is it gonna do it?
Collision emoji.
It did do it! God damn it! I said I gave it the layup by saying it out loud. Are you on your current save file or on your old save file? Damn it, I pressed B. I jumped just like a second too late. A double? A triple right after the double is so bad. We're dying. We're dying. We're dead. It's so fast now on this round.
Watch out, it say, bomb emoji.
Oh, no! No! Why would you say bomb emoji? We were gonna get it. I was 5 from PB. Oh, no. It's okay. We're not even attached yet. It's okay to have a bad stack. Yeah. God. Oh, no. I think I do need like a decent stack still, though. Is this it? We so get 999 off this. I think I might need to get the Mario, though. Yes! We did it! Yeah! After blasting down Neo Bowser's castle, we're able to enter, and then Kamek decides to step up without putting on a pretty pink dress this time. He shuffles around a bunch of doorways and then runs away to hide in the dream world. We have to find and defeat him in order to fix the exit so we can actually move on, and that goes about as you would expect. There's some fun enemies and puzzles, I guess, but nothing mind-blowing. The Kamek fight is interesting because it's basically 3 phases spread across 3 different fights in 3 different dream worlds. He does the doorway swapping and hiding in the dream world thing 2 more times after this, so let's just treat this like one big fight even though it's spread over a couple hours. The progression between these phases is really well done in my opinion. He attacks with different shapes that you have to hammer and destroy, and each shape has a different direction it'll travel from. The only way to learn this is by trial and error, but his attack is a bit lower in the first fight to give you some leeway. He also has the ability to clone himself to misdirect you, pretty similar to how Magikoopas and wizards do in Thousand Year Door. Given the fact that all of our best Luiginary attacks hit every target and there's no punishment for hitting clones, this doesn't really matter much. The attack he can do with his clones is an easy magic wave to jump over, but it can be tricky to maneuver to the Kamek that dives down, which is the only way to avoid getting bodied by them rushing you. Overall, the first phase is pretty easy. After you deplete his HP, he'll run away, and the game has the audacity to display the end of battle XP flags with a big fat 0. You don't get any XP because Kamek isn't actually defeated. On to phase
2, this one has slightly amped up stats and one additional attack. He can summon a bunch of dry bones that lead to a super fun counterattack. They'll slowly walk towards you and you're able to stomp on them to break them into bone piles like dry bones in any other Mario game. After this part, you're able to throw all of the dry bones piles you've accumulated at Kamek to deal some pretty heavy damage. Beyond that, this phase is kind of just more Kamek fight, so let's take him down, get our 0 XP again, and move on to the final fight. This Kamek fight is the real deal. As soon as the fight starts, he summons 3 additional Kameks in red, green, and white flavors. These are the same colors as the Magic Koopa squad from Thousand Year Door, and they behave somewhat similarly. The green and white Kamek clones focus on buffing and healing, while red is an all-out attacker, and the original Kamek is more of an all-rounder. You might think that you only need to beat the real Kamek to win this fight, but you have to defeat all 4 of them, which is honestly super cool. It makes it a full-on 1v4 rather than just a glorified 1v1. Targeting them one at a time to knock down the threat level seems like the obvious strategy, but our strongest Luiginary attacks are multi-target anyway. Luiginary Wall in particular is the GOAT. Seriously, this attack is one of my favorite special moves in the whole series. It goes without saying, you need to be very good at dodging by this point because even a single healing turn is going to leave you playing catch up through a really strong onslaught of attacks. Okay, I did use the time stop and it made this phase way easier, but I swear chat was like the devil on my shoulder and I caved, but I won't do it again. Defeating Kamek allows us to head further into Neo Bowser's castle, and eventually we find Bowser taking a big ass nap. This seems like the perfect opportunity to sneak attack him, but he's protected by a shield, so we gotta go into the dream world to shock him awake. And just like with Big Massive, the way we do that is of course by fighting him. And so we arrive at the final giant battle in the game, and rest assured that it too offers some gyro control bullshit. First though, we gotta get through some pretty standard giant battle stuff. Bowser does quite a bit of damage, and he doesn't give you many opportunities to heal, but the silver lining is that he takes quite a bit of damage from counters and stuff too. Basically, you need to not make mistakes. Easier said than done, but overall it's not too hard. This Shy Guy airship attack does way too much damage even compared to everything else, so just don't mess that one up or you're gonna get two-shot. The real fun begins when we reach the next phase, and rather than tell you what happens, once again, I'll show you.
Time to say night-night. All right, it's Beyblade time. Okay, get ready. Repel the shell. Dude, I'm locked on him. Oh no. We just traded sides. Come on, get in the lava. Yeah. Is this part supposed to be hard? Wasn't everyone saying this part's hard? Just gotta wait for him to make a mistake. Like that. Gyro? Gyro, behave. Gyro, behave, please. Gyro, behave, please! Okay, I'm gonna reset my gyro real quick. I'm definitely falling in the lava here. Oh no, I didn't reset it correctly. Gyro, behave! The gyro's not behaving! Calibrate. Oh my god. Dude, stop. I'm calibrating again. Please, 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 please don't fucking screw me over. I'll pause and reset my gyro again if I have to. I swear to God. Did he just throw? He threw! We survived that part. Now we have to do the next part. Yeah, that's, yep, gyro, that's it, yep. I'm holding my 3DS upside fucking down and it wasn't doing anything. Oh, sire Bowser, how could this happen? And yet there is still hope. With my last spell, I will give you tremendous power. Minions, rise for Bowser. Give him your power. But in the end, the future refused to change. And now he is Gianter Bowser. What? What? Dude, I'm so gonna die. Yes, I countered it. I thought I was about to die. One counter down. Okay, what's the fireball counter again? Oh wait, no, it's just the star thing. So I just have to not fuck this up. Shout outs to the use of this music here. What? What? Okay, so I have to counter every time again to survive. Oh, it's easy as fuck. That's what it is. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, thank God. Okay, let's fix the layout now for the final time.
The game has been building up for a huge final confrontation against Bowser and Phantasma, but Bowser decides to be unimaginably based and says, oh, hell nah, Phantasma fucking sucks, I'm gonna do this myself. And he literally just throws him out. He actually just tosses him away. In the final minutes of the game, Bowser denies this game's original and unique villain from being part of the final boss fight. It's super in character for Bowser, and honestly, this twist works way better than it should. That leaves us with a final Phantasma fight and then a final Bowser fight. Everyone in my chat kept saying this Phantasma fight was gonna be ridiculous, but I was confident I could tear this guy apart.
Good counter. I remember all of these attacks so well. I've fought Phantasma X a lot before. I'm gonna use wall, I think, still. It's kind of hard to effectively damage the munchies. The Phantaz munchies is what their little things are called, which is pretty funny. How much damage is that? 417. Oh, this is the chase attack. Okay. This one, I wouldn't be surprised if it one-shots you in hard mode. Doing that thing where he adjusts the direction of it on his first time using the attack is crazy. Him using this, though, the counter damage is so good. Oh, no, I'm not worried about jinxing myself. I'm going to kill this guy first try. Although, to be fair, this is hard mode, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to do the harder pattern right away. Come on, do your chase attack again. Oh, it's this one. What do you mean hate? That's free. Chase attack, good. Give me the counters, give me the counters. I remember every attack and thing about this specific fight in detail from fighting Phantasma X as a kid. I think he dies to this attack. I could be wrong though, I have not been counting at all. I'm just going based off vibes. 422. The vibes are immaculate.
With everyone else in our way defeated, only the true final Bowser fight remains. Starlo and Peach manage to destroy the Dreamstone, preventing Bowser from using its power anymore. But then, yeah, he kept his throat goat abilities from the previous game and he sucks up pieces of the Dreamstone. Dreamy Bowser doesn't get enough appreciation for being quite possibly the hardest final boss in the series in normal mode. In hard mode, he is by far the hardest final boss fight in the series. He has a main target and you're also able to target both of his arms. His right arm will block all damage from his main target as long as it's active, and his left arm helps him do different attacks and temporarily steal your characters. Pretty much all of his attacks are absolute marathons that are difficult to get through unscathed, and perhaps worst of all, he can heal. Every so often, he'll summon a bunch of dreamy minions and then hide in the background. While you deal with all these minions, he can summon a bunch of meat and heal himself back up. This can destroy your progress and even bring him back to full if you drag your heals on beating the minions too much. Perhaps my least favorite part of this fight is his 3D chase attack. The flame effect causes the system to lag bad. This is true even on the more powerful new 3DS, and it makes for some very cheap hits until you adapt to it. It lags consistently so you can get used to it, but it's still pretty frustrating for this to be in the final boss fight. So yeah, TLDR, hard mode final boss is actually hard. Ultimately, I did cave a little bit and used the time stop badges during the minion phase. This prevented a lot of him healing and made the fight a lot more manageable, and it really shows just how overpowered this stupid badge combo is. Overall, I don't regret using it to stop the healing phase, but I'm glad I didn't cheese the whole fight with it.
So he gets a guaranteed heal here on his arm and stuff. We're just gonna have to live with that. That's just how it be. Man, it's so bullshit the way that it can overlap with some of the minions sometimes. Oh man, taking a hit there with Luigi actually sucks. No, it doesn't. He wasn't full anyway, so he might as well still be full health. And we time stop the minions, because we're giant nerds here. Yeah. And then I'll do a drop chopper. Which one of these guys did I target before? I think it was the further forward one. Here, I'll just jump on the other one so we don't have to guess. There we go. God, the damage is so good. Minions. That's okay. That's fine. That's actually okay. I just need Luigi to survive this round, then I think we're okay. Oh! Please. Give Mario the turn. Give Mario the turn. Okay. Now we one-up Deluxe Luigi. No, I didn't jinx it. We're okay. We're okay. I survived. Yeah, I hit both paratroopers. I hit the front one again? Oh my god. What a stupid game. They survived. I only hit the front paratrooper both times. But one of the shy guys also survived. Okay, that's fine. Him grabbing Mario might suck. Let's see. Throw him. Throw him. Boat. Okay. Boat is easy to dodge. So I'm okay with that. I want him to give me Mario back, though, because Luigi is pretty useless on his own. Yeah. Okay. Oh, come on. Catch the boy. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I think I actually win for real here. I might. Without the... Oh, I should have let Mario... No, but I would miss this bye-bye cannon if Mario died. I don't know if without an attack buff if I can kill him here or not. How much is this total? How much is this total? 280? I think this is enough. This does minimum 368 as long as I don't mess it up. I'm actually nervous. This is like the first time I've been nervous about a bros attack in this playthrough. Is that GG? The stars didn't hit him. It's GG. Oh, thank God, man. Oh my God. That fight was so much harder than I expected. Final death count. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's one more thing to do. Bonk. Boom. Into the fucking stratosphere. So long, Gay Bowser. After playing through this whole game in hard mode, do I recommend that you do the same? Absolutely. It's a super fun way to replay the game after not having played it for years, and it provides a genuine challenge without being too masochistic. Okay, well, except the giant battles. Those are kind of ridiculous. Dream Team hard mode is absolutely the most difficult official Mario RPG content, and the only way you'll get anything harder is if you start to impose arbitrary self-restrictions. People love to do no gear runs in this game and things like that, so if hard mode isn't hard enough for you, that's always an option. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. I put a ton of work into this one if you couldn't tell, so if you appreciate it, then please make sure to like the video and subscribe. I truly appreciate all of you guys. Take care, and I will see you next time.